Wow, looks like the conversation is good. We got 5 minutes before we got to get up to Mass. So I think I better take some volunteers rather than even trying to do a lightning round. Who's got something on question 1 that they might want to share? Why might Christian concept of forgiveness be even more unpopular than Christian beliefs on sex and marriage? Anybody talk about that? Have something they want to? All right, here we go. You've been volunteering.
All right, so I'll just bring you into the space here. So he posed the question of what was the Jew and what was not, right? So I'll just reflect Eva Court. So Eva Court found this place inside her to forgive her tormentors. And when that happened for her, she was released from the power that having that forgiveness had. And that really kind of feeds into also the third question, without forgiveness, we are eternally trapped by earthly powers. So we're on to the eternal. We can't let go of all this stuff on earth. We're not going up there.
Yeah, this is one of those points where Lewis wants to call us back to what we say we believe as Christians. That we believe in eternal life. And that means believing that this part here on earth is this tiny little bitty bit of what's actually going on. And calling us both to say forgiveness is not easy, but also that requires a shift in perspective, right? To see this as just that little bitty bit, right? Rather than the whole thing, so that we're not trapped in this. Because from that earthly perspective, it looks like a failure of nerve to forgive your enemy, right? A lack of self-esteem or something like that, right? But if understood in the right sort of way, those things, the way we say we understand it, right? But fall away from so easily, it's a quite different sort of act than we would think it was if we had only the perspective of this earthly social life to think about it from. Okay, what about the second question? Anybody want to speak to that? How is the idea of loving oneself the key to Lewis's explanation of forgiveness? Anybody talk about that and have interesting thoughts? Yeah.
We talked about that forgiveness starts with you, and that you have to get your own house in order, in order to, get to eternal life, and that the consequences, that there's still consequences for the person, and that was a key to understanding that forgiveness did not mean that you had to embrace your neighbor or walk hand in hand with them, but that more it was that you wished good for them and not that they got worse or that you were better than them. Right. And so the consequences are their actions, but that doesn't mean you can't forgive them.
Right. Yeah. Get your own house in order, and God's made it easy for us, made it come natural to us in a way. But we also have to avoid being sort of self-chastising all the time, but also have to avoid just letting ourselves off the hook, right? We have to wish ourselves good in the sense of wishing ourselves to get better, right? That arrow heading towards eternal life, in that kind of development, while also being forgiving about ourselves and the extent of the course correction that we've made. Yeah. Okay, in 45 seconds, anybody got something they want to share on the third question? How is forgiveness central to the experience of eternal life? Yeah.
If God says that He is always going after the stray and trying to bring that stray back to life, how can I not be saying that in my life, that God has said that He will? Yeah. So wishing good for a person who is at their core evil has to be part of my prayers.
Yeah. Yeah, it follows up. I mean, we just had the parable of the prodigal son last week, right? That's a hard parable, I think. That siblings It's a hard parable. But that's what's being required of us, because that's what's being offered to us. All right, that's the deal. All right, well, we gotta be done. We gotta get upstairs to that. Thanks everybody for fantastic discussion, and we'll come back in the afternoon for some more.